Hello and welcome to I Am Geek. This is episode 209. I'm Ryan, joined by my brother Chris and our good pal Katrin. I am back.
Look out.
Look how everybody's so excited to see me and hear me. Wow. No, guys, really don't. You don't have to. It's a thank you.
We're speechless.
Well, I'll just be seeing myself out.
We're in awe.
Yeah. How have you guys been? Been doing good?
Good.
Okay.
Yes, we've been good.
Well, I've missed you guys.
Hit fall. We just hit fall in Memphis. Like yesterday was in the 70s and 50s at night in the mornings, and then today was the same, and it's like it's on. And then next week will be in the 80s again. So,
oh
well.
Yeah, I'm it's still hot here. It was cool this morning. I'm like, ooh, cool weather. And then it was like 90 by noon. I'm like, it's 90 again. I came home to my backyard exploded.
Oh.
Because while we were gone, there was a hurricane. And the cabinet on our back porch that like stores all the backyard stuff literally looked like it exploded. The back and the front was off of it, and all the contents were just all over the backyard. And the trampoline was up on its sort of halfway on its side against the house.
Well, good.
Yeah. So
nice.
I still haven't moved the trampoline all the way back because it's a big trampoline. It's heavy. So still, and everything's still on the ground because I haven't got to go out.
Our mom's coming down soon. You can have her move that.
I made you a list.
Problem.
Amazing.
First thing on the list, move the trampoline. Second thing, bury the hermit crabs. Yes, I think a couple weeks ago I talked about the hermit crabs that came into our house that my wife brought. Well, we're back from vacation, and guess what? They're out of the house.
No.
They broke out. They made an escape.
Yes.
Where'd they go?
Yes, they made an escape by not moving.
Oh.
It's all a ploy.
All a ploy. Oh, but so, and then the dog sitter came by today, and the kids were like, "Yeah, the hermit crabs, they're gone." She's like, "Oh, they were moving when I was here," and I was just sort of like, "Sure, they were." Whatever you need to say.
Yeah.
She's no, really, they were walking around. Okay. But Obi's good, dog's good, so that's all that matters.
That's good.
That's good.
Anyways, I just got back from Disney. Now, the only reason I was at Disney World was because my wife was at a work conference, so we tagged along since we already had passes and had a free place to stay. So why not? So we went down. Why not? So we didn't stay at DVC like we usually do. I know.
Poor man.
I know. We slummed it at the. We stayed in like 3 places, so we could find a bed. Her parents came down.
Spotted.
Yeah, our parents came down and we stayed at one of their timeshare places, and then we moved over to where the conference was at the World Center, Marriott World Center, which is huge. Stay there and I found out that the Marriott has the best pillows.
Oh, well.
And I'm like, I want one of these pillows. And I looked it up. And you can actually buy them. They sell them on their website.
Yes, you can. Anything in the room.
Anything
that you want to buy. You can.
I just want the pillows. Because I noticed, like, when I slept there, I woke up and I was like, oh, my neck doesn't hurt. My head doesn't hurt. And then I got back home and I woke up the next morning. I'm like, oh, my neck hurts and my head hurts. I wonder if it's my horrible pillows. I'm like, I want the Marriott pillows. They're fun. Anyways. We'll get to more of the trip in a minute, but this just in. See, I didn't want to steal it from you like I did the other week.
I appreciate it.
When you got mad. I guess there's going to be a Super Mario Brothers movie next year. This is the first I've heard about this at all. Like, it happened like, 4 hours ago they announced it or something?
Sure.
Yeah,
Did you know anything about this?
I knew they were making an animated movie, but there wasn't much info about it at all. But yes, tonight they announced the cast.
Yes. Mario will be played by Chris Pratt.
Yes, if you think Italian plumber, you think Chris Pratt.
Can you give us your version of Chris Pratt as Mario?
I'm Mario, man.
I'm Mario. I'm a Mario.
It's me.
Hey, Bowser, you want to have a dance off?
Wow. I mean, thought he was here. I kind of looked away for a second.
What if he actually does have an Italian accent? Chris Pratt with an Italian accent. That'd be so funny.
It's me and Mario. What you doing?
And then Peach is Anya Taylor-Joy. I have no idea who that is.
Yeah. She is a really good actress.
I'm not saying she's not. I just don't
know
who she is.
In the chess movie. What do you call it? Queen's Gambit.
Oh.
Yeah,
I never watched that.
Gambit. Really good. She was Ilyana Rasputin in the New Mutants movie. And Emma. She was Emma in Emma.
Oh, of course.
Yes. She is a really good actress. She was in the Playmobil movie. I mean, come on.
Wow. Forgot about that movie.
She was in like Split and Glass, the kind of sequel.
I never had to watch that.
To Unbreakable.
I think it's still on my DVR to watch.
But yeah, she's good. I like her. So I mean, that's cool that she's in it.
But I mean, it's weird that she's just taking a non-speaking role. Because in the games, Peach makes maybe a.
Well, most of them, that's what they do. Yeah. And Mario is mostly, it's me, Mario.
So now it's going to be, hey, it's me, Mario. And then Luigi is Charlie Day. I should know who that is, but.
Charlie Day, Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. I've never watched that.
Pacific Rim.
Didn't see that.
He's really fun. The Lego movie, he was Benny, the spaceman.
Oh, so how is his Luigi going to sound?
Hey, it's Luigi.
Oh, yeah, I know you can get the next one. Bowser is played by Jack Black. Zappity-ba-dap-doo-da-ba-da! That would be Bowser.
Probably. Yeah, it'll be interesting if they're able to keep all these people on there. I mean, they can announce all this, but it's like they may not all be in it. You know, it could change.
It comes out next year, so
it's like a lot of people.
Hopefully they're not going to change it, probably, because it seems like they've more than likely recorded most of their lines.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That would kill the animators.
Well, I mean,
happened before.
It's not hard to replace. It's me.
In the Paddington movie, Colin Firth was supposed to be Paddington. They recorded all his lines. They had most of the movie actually animated, and then they decided, we don't want him doing the voice anymore. Yeah, and so they hired someone else, redid everything, and had to pretty much redo the whole movie.
And your wife was very upset.
I think we talked about that when it came out. So that also happened in the game, the first Destiny game. It had Peter Dinklage as the voice of what they call the ghost, the little thing that hovers around. And they after a year of it being him, maybe not even a year, they changed it to this other guy that's like known in video games. I can't think of his name right now, but it used to be Peter Dinklage was the voice of that little guy. And I thought he did awesome, but apparently a lot of people thought he was terrible. And like some of the scenes or some of the things he actually recorded like on a phone in a bathroom or something like that, something crazy. So apparently it wasn't the best quality, but I thought it was great. I don't know.
And most famously in the Shrek movie, it was, of course, it was Chris Farley. It was the whole movie was supposed to be him as Shrek, and they had, I mean, this was before his death. They recorded the whole thing. Pretty much, except like they didn't quite have everything. So when he passed away, they had to change actors, and so Mike Myers came in. But he's like, I want to do it all in a Scottish accent. So instead of like trying to match what he did before, he's like, I'm gonna do my own thing. And so they basically had a whole movie they scrapped.
There we go.
Redid.
So Toad will be played by Keegan Michael Key, which he is the guy that is in Key and Kill. Or Key and
Peele.
Key and Peele. And then he was in most recently the musical Schmigadoon, which I never finished that because I don't have Apple. I just watched it on yours.
And The Predator, he was in that.
Oh yeah, that's right. So he's going to be going, oh.
Huh.
That's what Toad does. I mean,
yeah,
it's going to be weird hearing these characters actually talk.
Yeah, full sentences and stuff. Yeah, it's
like Donkey Kong, Seth Rogen. I just don't want to hear that.
That's weird. He's gonna have that weird laugh.
I don't want to hear it.
It's Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Bananas.
K-Mick, Kevin Michael Richardson. I don't know which character is that. Is that the floating guy? Or is that the guy with the scepter?
K-Mick. I'll have to look him up.
See the blue guy?
That actor,
the blue guy.
That actor, he's a good voice actor. Like he mostly does voice acting.
Yeah.
He is the kind of magic Koopa guy.
Yeah, that's what the blue guy.
That guy.
Yeah.
With the staff.
He's got to have a big role.
Yeah, Kevin Michael Richardson is a really good voice actor. He was Captain Gantu in Lilo and Stitch.
Oh yes.
Lilo and Stitch.
Hey, well, who is that?
That's Stitch.
Oh, I didn't recognize him with the
It's the Stitch Crashes Disney. We've managed to snag a few of those online.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm
They're cool. It's basically like a mixture of Stitch and other.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Really
other
cool.
Disney.
I saw Golden Stitch. We'll get into that. This character is the one I'm most excited about. Cranky Kong, Fred Armisen.
Oh,
now he's hilarious.
Yeah, cranky.
Gonna put a bird on it. If you don't know who that is, then just go look him up. He's funny. He's got a really funny stand-up show on. I think it's still on Netflix, and it's all geared towards drummers. So all of his jokes are geared towards drummers because he's a drummer, and he filled the room like comedy place with just drummers. So it's hilarious though. It's so funny.
Portlandia is his big thing.
Whole stage is full of drums. Yeah, check that out. I don't remember what it's called because it's older, but it's hilarious. And then Spike, Sebastian Maniscalco.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I don't know who that is either.
Maniscalco. He's another actor.
And the guy who's actually voiced Mario in almost every single Mario game is actually going to have some kind of part in it, but he's not voicing Mario. He'll be voicing several other characters and more of a cameo appearance. It's Charles Martinet. So Mario is not voicing Mario. Instead, it's Chris Pratt. Should be interesting. Should be interesting. We will see. I'm interested to see what kind of take they do with this. Also, Star Wars Visions came out this week.
Yes.
Or Star Wars What If.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically it's Star Wars What If.
And I'm going to be honest, I've only watched like 3 episodes because they're short. They're like 14 minutes or something. So they're not long. And they put them all on there at once, which I was surprised. I was like, oh.
I was surprised, yeah.
Yeah.
I have not. I'm not caught up with Marvel What If, so I'm a couple behind. But so far, I've enjoyed Star Wars Visions more.
Oh yeah. I thought you were getting ready to say you
It's
haven't enjoyed it because you're like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm like, oh gosh,
well,
what's going on?
No, I've enjoyed Visions more
ripping the
than
fabric of time.
I know.
What If.
It's been good. I've liked it. I don't
Yeah,
know
that
if I
first episode.
necessarily like it, but I like it.
The first episode was really good.
Yeah.
Like that was
First episode, yeah.
that was cool.
The style of it,
Yeah.
very like samurai, kind of calligraphy, kind of
Yeah.
black and white drawn type.
And the
thing to
little
it,
twist they had on it. I won't give any details, but the twist they had, I was like, yeah, that was cool.
I thought of you whenever he opened his jacket and he has all these crystals.
That's me.
Like,
that was me at Disney, which we'll get into.
Yeah.
That's Ryan.
That was
that one's good.
That was me.
The second episode is good. It is definitely more anime.
Yeah.
Like story wise, story wise, it's a very anime story. I don't think a lot of people are going to be like all over that one.
I thought it was funny.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too.
Yeah, but
I thought it was good.
It doesn't. To me, it doesn't really fit. But again, it's anime. So
yeah, it's anime.
It's anime, but it doesn't feel like a Star Wars. Like it would fit in the universe.
No,
in some ways, right? Because the kids are like, hey, everybody out there, and it's like all this almost happy, kind of thing. And it's like you think of Star Wars, you think of really dystopian and not happy.
We're gonna
rock. Never follow the band around in Star Wars universe, so we don't know.
Yeah.
The bands have it good in Star Wars.
Yeah, the band, because I thought the best part of that episode was when they're like recording like live out to everybody, and it shows the band from the Cantina band.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Watching them going like, oh great. They're gonna take our spot.
Another wannabe. Yeah, and yeah, I saw the third episode. That was good. It was like the flow of the animation in that one was really cool. Like,
yeah.
Just, technically, it was nice, and it's very anime. It's very Kill La Kill, which you guys haven't seen.
No.
But
what's this? What's anime?
Ever? Yeah.
I'm the anime guy. I watch the anime.
Oh yeah, you love anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first episode when it popped up the Japanese title, I was like, great. And then they start speaking English. I'm like, oh, English, okay. I can understand what they're saying.
I wasn't sure at first because the first character that said something isn't English, and I was like, oh, they're actually okay. Then he started speaking.
Yeah.
Like, okay, all right.
I was like, oh,
English.
Shoo.
Like I need to look for the subtitles. Where's that
at? But I haven't caught up on What If, so I need to do that. I sort of haven't been jumping on watching it. Of course, I was gone, so I didn't watch anything. But it was sort of depressing, so I didn't keep up on it.
The latest episode of Thor, I think you will thoroughly enjoy.
Oh,
Haha, see what I did there. Party Thor.
Anyways, okay, so so Star Wars Visions, we got Super Mario Brothers, we've got Muppets Haunted Mansion trailer dropped.
Yeah.
Which is something that I never thought I would see, but I'm glad I have.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Man.
I'm always up for some Muppets.
Oh yes.
So,
good Muppets.
It looks really good.
Some
too.
Muppets that
really
have
good.
come out recently no. But this looks good.
Yeah.
I think they work their best in like a special or movie format.
Yeah.
Is I think when the Muppets
not a
work
TV
best.
show where Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog are divorced, trying to figure everything out. I don't know who came up with that idea, but don't. Yeah, it looks good. It looks like it's going to be funny. And then there's a lot of stuff you'll recognize from the Haunted Mansion in it. Fozzie looks like he's going to be hilarious.
Yeah, I love Fozzie as the Hatbox Ghost.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Lots of good guest stars. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, Will Arnett. Like me some Will Arnett. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. And I think, is there anything else that happened this week? Any other thing just drop? I don't think so.
There's a new movie on Netflix called Night Books with Kristen Ritter.
Oh, is that out?
It's out. It's kind of like a teen kind of
Right up my alley.
older kid kind of movie, but I mean it's good for adults too. I enjoyed it. It was good, but I mean that's kind of like what it is. It's kind of like a Goosebumps.
Oh, there we go.
Like that. It's not for young kids because like there is an interesting mixture of horror and kind of Goosebumps to it.
Oh, I'll probably like it.
Like plays well.
Well, I will have to watch that. I'm behind on everything though. I got so much to catch up on. Okay, so let's talk Disney. All right?
Disney?
Yeah.
Oh, did someone go there?
I did. Before we talk about my trip, I want to talk about the end of my trip. I didn't do this. I went by and took a picture and I did a little live stream, but Space 220 opened because we've been talking about that for a long time. It's finally open.
Last week. Too.
Yeah, it's finally open. The reviews are coming in. I went by and saw the sign. There were people standing outside, and I was like, and I heard earlier in the day, somebody said, yeah, if you go over there, they'll let you have a tour. And I was like, oh. So I went over there, and there was two guys standing outside, and I just kept standing around, and nobody offered me a tour. So, and my kids with me though, they were probably like, we don't want kids in here. This is for rich people.
Well, they charge you $20 just to see the sign, right?
Yeah, they did. They had it undercover, and they said, give me the 20. We'll take the cover off so you can see it. So I watched some videos of it. It looks cool. I'll give it that. I don't know if it's worth $80. Because that if you eat dinner, it's $80. Yeah. I saw some people that ate dinner courses. That you $80 and they're like, yeah, we added on. We added on lobster to it and all this stuff, so it made it way more. But and then they got a bunch of the drinks which aren't included. So that includes dinner includes appetizer, your main course, and dessert. Lunch is like $55, and it only includes appetizer and main course. I'm going to be honest with you.
No one wants dessert at lunch.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I looked at the menu, and there isn't one appetizer that I would eat.
I looked at it, so I like calamari. They have calamari, but the thing is, it's like a spicy marinara. And like I watched a video of people eating the stuff. They're like, yeah, it's got a kick to it. Like I can't do spicy, so it's like everything is either seems to be has cheese in it or is spicy. And I'm like, I can't do either. So I think there's like one thing on maybe two things on the menu I can eat. I can have the duck, and I can have one of the desserts. And
yeah, well, there's just nothing on the appetizer menu that I would even want to eat.
Liftoffs.
Yeah, the liftoffs. Like I looked at it and I'm like, okay, let me see if I can find something that I would like.
There's a Caesar salad.
I don't eat salad.
What is?
I can't eat.
Yeah, my doctor said not to eat salad.
Well,
because the chemicals in it and stuff, it upsets our stomach.
Well, mine is I can't. I have to have cooked vegetables.
Yeah, me too. Pretty much.
We're messed up kids.
Yeah, we are.
I see that. Well, I mean, it's a fancy restaurant. It's the same group that does the Edison. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. I heard that today.
Oh, I hated the Edison.
And it's fancy too, right? And somebody compared like a signature dining place, and it I can't think of the name of the place right now, but they had a steak and then all this, and they said they spent about the same amount of money because they ended up having something that they would consider like a starter, like they had some scallops or something. And they had a steak, and I don't know if they had a dessert or not. They may have just had those like 2 things, right? And it was about the same price as a lunch at Space 220. So it's basically a signature
Yeah, I
dining,
get
the
that, but
price of it.
if you don't,
But
my
it's
thing
like
is if
I
if
really
yeah,
wanted it to be a family
yeah,
fun place to eat,
Mhm.
not this crazy expensive
no,
place that I will never go to. I don't think. I don't.
yeah, I want it to be family friendly too.
Yeah,
But
it's
there's
such
like
a
Yeah.
I don't usually eat an appetizer. So what if you go in there and you're like,
Right. Right.
what if you go in there and let's say it's not just that you don't like anything on the but you can't eat anything on the appetizer. So they're just going to charge you for an appetizer that you can't have?
I'm hoping
I mean,
that
it's
they
part
will
of
be
it.
able to do something. Either have like some like menu items that aren't necessarily on there to cater to people who can't have like dairy and things like
Right.
that. Because I mean, it's Disney. They typically do. They
Yeah.
typically do
Yeah.
cater to stuff like that.
I-
But they're not advertising that, so that's a little
Yeah,
worrisome.
I would go to lunch. I would do the lunch if it was the main course and dessert. $55. I would consider that.
Yeah, you would think they would do that instead of an appetizer and
Or at least be able to
the
switch
main
between them,
course.
maybe.
Yeah.
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 Now I have heard that you can sit in the lounge area and order a la carte.
Oh, so like because I was wondering about these flight
Hmm.
bites and things, because like you can
Yeah.
get chicken on waffles for $18, and it's like, well, why would you buy that plus your meal,
Yeah.
right?
So there's a
Because
bar
you ordered
area
that.
and lounge area
Yeah, that makes
that
sense.
you have to go up to and wait for and just wait and see if you can get into it, and you can order a la carte off of that. I would probably do
I
that.
might do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
because yeah, there's some things on here that I might do. Like I like the Brussels sprouts and the fried potato wedges sound good, and baked. Well, no, that's not it. Sorry, there's chicken on waffles. I mean, good gosh, who doesn't like chicken on waffles?
Yeah, chicken and waffles is great. Ryan's stupid, but
I don't
chicken and
like.
waffles
I
is
don't
great.
like. I don't eat chicken.
Short rib sliders.
Oh, that would be good, probably. Yeah. But so the videos that I watched, the people got drinks, which I don't drink, but at every sip they would get drinks and they would take a sip and they'd be like, "Oh, it's good." Like these are people that drink cocktails and stuff all the time, and you could tell that they were just sort of putting it on like we're big Disney
Yeah.
vloggers. We've got to, be positive, but you could tell they didn't like it. I watched one where somebody said, "Yeah, I couldn't drink anymore. It's not that it wasn't good, but I just took 2 sips and they had like a full glass in there. And then I ordered something else." I'm like, just say that it's not good. Just say this is not good. Because I would rather people be honest. Even if I was the owner of the place, I'd rather people be like, "Yeah, this is not good. You should probably change this up."
Yeah, not everybody's gonna like everything, so that could have just been not something that they
Well,
particularly
this one
enjoy.
video is they do stuff like this all the time, and they it's Ordinary Adventures. It's a fun channel on YouTube, and they'll be like, "I give this 4 out of 5 Peters or 4 Peters," and it's like that's his name. His name's Peter.
Okay,
Or 4 out of 5 Kitras, and her name's Kitra, and it has like their heads pop up as like the symbols, and they give 5s to like just about everything. And then they give it like an Ordinary Adventure star if they both liked it. They didn't give anything 5s. Like, but they were like, "Oh, it's good. I'll give it 3, maybe a 4." So you could tell that they were trying to be positive, but they didn't really like it. And they drink. He goes, "I'm a connoisseur of pina coladas or whatever he was drinking," and he goes,
pina coladas.
so he tasted it and he's like, "Oh, it's okay." So I think it's the food they went back and forth on. Some people said that the steak's pretty good. There's a bone-in steak that you can upgrade to.
Oh,
And
well,
I watched the video and they did that and they said that it was really good, but they could only eat a few bites because the flavors were just too intense.
this is too intense.
You're in space.
It should be cheaper if the bone's in there. I mean,
I know. It was like a
gotta work
24
to
ounce.
take the bone out.
Yeah. Yeah, so in our comments, Vance says all the drinks look like sugar bombs. That's what people were thinking they were going to be, and then they drank it, and they were mostly just all very bitter. They look like sugar bombs. Actually, they're not at all. They're just very bitter, very sort of like not that sweet. They said the margarita version that they have just is like a margarita. Wasn't anything special. And then there was this one with cotton candy in it, and they thought that was going to be really sweet, and it wasn't at all. It was like very bitter. So I don't know. There's there's one with pop rocks attached, and I saw somebody drink that one, and they did not like that one at all.
I thought that looked silly how they attach it. Like there's
Yeah,
this little clothespin, and it just looks so cheap looking. I was just like,
yeah,
find something
spacey, something.
Some kind of delivery system.
I don't know. Yeah.
I did hear that in the bathrooms
like
there,
a cup or something.
They have signs over the toilets that say, in case gravity failure or happens, that this was what happens to the toilet. Like it would suck you down or something.
Vacuums come out and suck up any waste.
Yeah.
I saw that too. That's nice. Just the videos I've seen of the screens, the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked pretty cool, but I mean, it's basically kind of what I thought it was going to be. It's just you're staring out into
nothingness,
dead space, and maybe the astronaut does like a spacewalk.
I saw a lightsaber battle.
Oh.
There's two astronauts that come out and they go and have two lightsabers. But it's like Galaxy's Edge lightsabers. You can see the actual white blade before it lights up. So it's not like, it doesn't look like a real lightsaber. It looks like a one you'd buy at the parks. And they fight and then they float away. But yeah, from everything that I've heard, if you don't sit in the very middle, then you don't see anything. You just see black space, and every once in a while something will float by. So if you get on the outer edges, it's not very good viewing. So I don't know. Supposedly there's an X-wing that will fly by, but nobody's seen it yet. And some other ships from other Disney things that will fly by, but nobody's seen them yet. I'm thinking what they'll do is they'll wait till the hype's over with and it starts to die down, and they're like, now in space you can see blah 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 blah, and they'll be like, oh, we got to go back to see this new stuff that's floating in space.
There's advertisements.
Yeah. There's an elevator, quote unquote, that takes you up that looked pretty cool.
I thought it was really funny with watching the some of the videos I watched during the media event, with all the vloggers and bloggers, and it was so quiet riding the elevator.
Yeah.
Where if normal people were on this elevator, it seems to be like, oh, this is neat, or people like kids would be like, screaming, but everybody was like dead quiet because they all wanted their perfect video and they all were respecting each other to try to get this quiet video. And it's like, good gosh, that gets on my nerves, but whatever.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe one day it's already booked out until late November.
It's going to be impossible.
So it's like, that's a lot of money right there.
Which goes to show you, people are going to buy the Genie Plus pass.
Oh yeah.
And on those other passes, and it's so any doubts that probably just took those away because people want the new thing and want to do these, don't want to spend money.
Somebody posted the wait time because today was the first day that you couldn't get boarding passes for Rise of the Resistance and Galaxy's Edge, and right after opening, it was already 250-minute wait. And I posted a GIF thing of these two kids saying, "Yes, the plan worked perfectly," and I said that it was Genie Plus talking to Lightning Lane. Basically, that's why they did this.
Oh, yeah.
Let's shut that down. So there's a 250-minute wait, and then when Genie Plus drops and Lightning Lane stuff drops, people are going to be like, well, I don't want to wait 250 minutes. I'm going to get that.
Yep.
So
what's your time and money worth? What do you want to do with your day? Do you want to spend 4 hours standing in line when it's a full crowd? I mean, that's not even like busy.
Yeah. I think if I was there today, I would have been like, okay, literally everybody's going over here. I'm going to start on the opposite end of the park and do all those rides and get all the rides done. Because that's the thing. When we were there, the lines were like, which now they're starting to probably get worse. When we were there, which was what, last week? Beginning of this week? 10, 15, 20 minutes. That was the lines. I mean, the biggest line was like 45 minutes. And that was for like a Frozen ride or something. Most everything was just walk on. Like I would walk up to the cast members and like, because I would look at the sign and be like, so is it, is it actually this long? They're like, oh no, it's just walk on. Just go on in. And yeah, at one point we went on a ride and they had actually closed down the standby lane and was just sending people through Fast Pass because it was faster to get in the ride because they didn't want people to have to walk all the way through the line because there was no line. They said just go into standby or go in the Fast Pass line or Lightning Lane line. So it doesn't take you as long to get to the ride. So I'm sure October 1st, it's going to skyrocket again. Now, I will say that because of the evil COVID, I did not enjoy the experience as much as when we went with the precautions in place. Because there's no precautions in place now.
Right. Well, except you have to wear a mask outside, right?
You have to wear masks
or inside.
Indoors.
Yeah.
But there's no spacing. They're like, squeeze in, everybody, get close as you can to each other. And I'm sitting there going, I hate this. Just back off. And then my kids are touching everything. I'm like, well, this is how it happens. This is how we get COVID. And I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it in a couple of weeks that all of us are just like, oh, we got COVID, because it's just like cram everybody in. And like we went in the Frozen show and they're like, go all the way to the end of the road to the next person. And the kids went down and they spaced themselves out like 2 seats. And the lady was like, okay, you can leave 2 seats. And I'm like, good, because there's no reason for us to sit beside each other because this place isn't full.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I did not care for that. And the hand sanitizers, when we were there before, literally everywhere. Yeah. Always full. There was far less hand sanitizer stations, and probably 80% of the time they were empty. Mm-hmm. So you couldn't just get off a ride and do your hands, or get on the ride and do your hands. You could see them like behind the scenes.
The last time you were there,
I guess. I guess. So I didn't care for that, especially with kids. If it had just been me, it probably wouldn't be bad. But kids that can't be vaccinated, and I knew that going in, but I didn't think it would be. I didn't exactly know that they were back to cram everybody in shoulder to shoulder, type of thing. Yeah. So if we're going to get it, that's where that's where it's coming from. I did just watch a video of Tim Tracker, who's very precautious. Just he got it. He's like, I don't know how I got it. I wear my mask everywhere. I'm like, probably because they're cramming everybody in the parks now. And that's your job, pretty much, to be in the parks. Which I did see him while I was there. So I'm like, oh, yay.
I saw that you were doing a live Facebook. You ran into him, and then you lost our mom.
No, she was with Sammy, so they went off. Anyways, so I saw him, and I'm like, he's not even going to remember. He goes, oh, hey. Like, I've seen you forever. And I'm like, hey, man, yeah, we're just up from Texas. So he remembered with a mask on. I was surprised. Of course, I was wearing an I Am Geek shirt, and he's been on the show, so he probably saw the shirt, and he's like, well, who else would wear that shirt? I did. There was a cast member that saw the monorail one, and they're like, "Where can I buy that?" And I'm like, "Well, here's our card." So I don't know. Probably won't. They probably won't buy one. But so I saw Tim, talked to him for a little bit. But the funny thing is did you hear on the video what was said in the background after I got through talking with him?
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh yeah," or maybe I shouldn't say it. It's just, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's he's a vlogger that I know." And then somebody that was with me said, "Yeah, but those vloggers are just all rude." And I was like, "Oh no, he's actually a nice guy." Oh, the ones I come in contact with are all rude. And I said, "We're live right." I said, "We're live right now," and they go, "Oh."
They were talking about you, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the new creation shop, which replaced Mouse Gear, and it was bright, colorful, but it looked like I don't want to be negative about everything, but it looked like you were Neiman Marcus.
That's what you mean.
Like Neiman Marcus, like a store in the mall, had that sort of vibe to it. Like even one section of it looked like, when you walk through like a Macy's or something, you walk through to try to get out of that store into the main part of the mall, and there's like the perfume counters.
Mm-hmm.
There's one section of that store just looks like that. And it makes you just want to like walk through it really fast. I don't want to get sprayed by perfume. I got to walk through this area really fast. They called it the Disney collection area or something weird like that. I mean, the store was fine. It was a store. It just didn't have all the fun Disney stuff like Mouse Gears, all the characters and everything. Had a couple murals of Mickey. I heard that because it looked very generic Disney, like it didn't look like a shop that would be in Epcot. And I heard that they didn't have enough product, like Epcot product, so they just put whatever they could in because they're low on merchandise. Yeah. So that's what I mean, it was low wait times and low merchandise because all the stores, it was just like there was hardly anything in any of the stores.
They're pulling in like merchandise from like Universal.
Yeah.
Sticking them in there. Shrek. I don't understand.
What's going on? I did another live stream about the Numios, which is like these little stuffed animals they have now that you can dress up. You can buy them clothes. And
you bought them all?
No, I did not buy any of them. My kids wanted to, and I'm like, no, they're $20. We're not buying this little $20 stuffed animal. But the clothes, all the clothes outfits, like full outfits, shirt, coat,
fit you,
boots, sunglasses, like $12.99. I'm like, well, that's not too bad. And then there's Spirit jerseys, which is like a little tiny piece of cloth. Now, Spirit jerseys are these weird sweatshirt type things that they have at Disney now in most theme parks, and they're very expensive for like a sweatshirt, like $80 or something. Well, the little tiny ones for these Numios were $21. So you can get a full outfit for $12.99, or the little Spirit jersey for $21.99.
I thought that was Spirit jersey is like $80. I mean that
I just thought that was
of that. Like,
I just thought that was hilarious that the little sweatshirt was more than the stuffed animal that you buy.
That's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, that is funny.
Yeah, but so it was a good trip. We did all the parks. Well, we didn't do Animal Kingdom. No, because there's nothing for my kids to do in Animal Kingdom.
Animals?
No, there's just nothing. There's 2 rides for them to do in Animal Kingdom. Once we're done with those 2 rides, it's like, what do we do for the rest of the day? Me push them around in a stroller all day? That's not going to happen.
So on to 2 rides again.
That's right. Over and over.
And one of those 2 rides, they don't even care for. Like the Pandora boat ride. Every time we go on it, they're like, oh, I got to go on this again.
Yeah, I can do it that one.
Yeah.
Without that one.
So it's like the Safari and that one, and that's all, and the Dumbo type dinosaur ride, and that's all they'll do in the park. So I'm like, I'm not wasting our day there. And my wife was like, they can look at the animals, and I'm like, no, because then that just means me pushing them around in a stroller uphill, because Animal Kingdom is all uphill somehow. Like there's no downhill. It's just all both ways. It's what it feels like. So we didn't go to Animal Kingdom. We went to Hollywood Studios. We had a blast there. And the reason that I had a blast there is because I made my kids vests that look like Smuggler's Run, the Millennium Falcon ride. It looked like the cast members' outfits. So I 3D printed all the badges and got a vest the same color as the ones at the park, and they wore them, and it was so fun. The cast members there like literally lost it. One guy hit his knees, like actually went down to his knees, and it's like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. We walked up to it, and they all the cast members outside ran up to the kids and like, can we take your picture? We want your pictures. And Tori, my daughter, was all about it. She's like posing, and Grant's like, my son's like, what's going on? Why are these strangers taking our picture?
No, son, go with them. It's okay.
Yeah, go with them. And then they're like, well, they're like, okay, so you're one of us. Come on. And they just like walked us onto the ride.
Oh.
Yeah, so we didn't have to wait in line.
Nice.
So I'm like, if you dress your child up as the cast members running the ride, they'll just let you on.
They won't know the difference.
Like, they walked us all the way up there, and then when we got up to there, the people inside there went crazy. That's where the dude hit his knees. He like just fell down. It was like, this is adorable and all this stuff.
Ripped his shirt open.
And then some of them were like playing really hard into it. They're like, does Hondo know you're late for your shift? They're like, where have you been?
Yeah.
And so that was hilarious. And the kids are like, we don't work here. Like, get in there, you're late. We got some late people here. And then it was just funny. And then they're like, we should call our coordinator. And they're like, because you guys need to ride this more than once. So we got off the ride, and they're like, get back on. So we got to ride it like over and over because they were wearing these vests. So that was fun. And then we came back another day, and they wore their vests again, and the same lady was there. She's like, and we were just saying hi, like walking past it. She's like, well, come on, let's get back on the ride. And she took us back on the ride again.
So if I go and wear the vest, do you think that'd be cute?
Yeah, sure. You got to take 2 little cute kids with you. But that lady that first took us on there the first day, I brought with me some cast member 50th anniversary Kyber crystals that I made just for cast members, because I make Kyber crystals that go into Savi's workshop lightsabers. I only got 10 of them made, so I brought 10 of them, and I handed one to I said, do you like Kyber crystals? And she's like, oh, of course. So I handed her one, and she's like, what is this? This is amazing. And I'm like, that's yours to keep. It's just for cast members. It works in the Savi sabers, and she, went crazy over it. So we came back out of the ride, and she walked up. She goes, "So, see my friend over there? He was seeing this because he was a cast member too. He's too shy to ask you. But is there any way he could get one too?" I'm like, "Oh, sure." And then they sent us back on the ride again, and when we came back out, they're like, "Hi, we want to introduce you to our manager, like our coordinator, because she really loves this and wants one."
They just kept sending you on the ride so they can keep getting
good Kyber crystals, probably. Like, that's fine.
Go get Fred while he's on there. Bring him over.
But they all went crazy for them, and I think the best one, I handed out one to a guy that was working the Ronto wrap stand, because he said he saw my outfit, because I had my Cal Kestis poncho on, not the full outfit, just a poncho with like a short sleeve shirt underneath, because I didn't want to be so hot. And he saw all my stuff, and he goes, "Oh, did you make all this?" I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "I make these Kyber crystals." He goes, "Oh," because I love Savi's. I've got me a Savi saber. I love it. And I said, "Oh, well, I want to give you this." And so I gave it to you, and he goes, "This is the most amazing thing anybody's ever given to me at the park." I gave one to Winchester too. I saw Winchester, our buddy Winchester. Gave one to him. He took it to his coordinator to show it off, and they're like, "Don't let me see that. I'll have to take it away from you." And he's like, "What? What are you talking about?" Supposedly they're not supposed to accept gifts over $75, and I'm like, this is not over $75. I didn't put a price on this. It's free.
It's priceless.
Priceless.
Oh, pay that.
It's priceless.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Anyway, so this guy at the Ronto stand, he goes, "Where's your order number?" And I gave it to him, and he goes, "Okay, it's taken care of." So he just
Nice.
gave me my money back. He's like, "That's the least I can do."
Oh.
I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll just start giving out kyber. Next time I come, I'll have bags of kyber crystals.
There you go.
The best one though, I think that I gave away was not in Galaxy's Edge. We were leaving the park one night. The kids needed some water, so I went into this front store there at Hollywood Studios, got them some water, and they're like, "Ooh, look at the 50th bag!" And they have these really pretty like bags now. There's reusable bags, and it's got the 50th on it and all this like gold and stuff.
Yeah.
So she was showing it to him, and I said, "Oh, do you want to see our 50th thing?" She's like, "Oh, what is it?" So I took out one of the 50th crystals. I'd already given away all the cast member ones. The last one I gave out was to somebody in the Droid Depot, and she went crazy for it because she follows us online.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. There you go.
I was like, "Oh, that's surprising." She's like, "I was hoping you'd come
On
in here.
purpose?
I've seen you online."
Nice.
So I didn't have any of those last ones. I was showing her one of the regular ones I had. She's like, "This is amazing." She's like, "I'm building a Savi Saver next week, and I can't wait."
Oh.
And I said, "Well, here, you can have this." She just like got this dumbfounded look on her face, like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's yours." And she's like, I don't know what to do. I'm going to tell everybody about this. Like people's giving
This guy's giving out free.
No, like just like
We're married now.
yeah. She's like people will give us stuff every once in a while, but this is above and beyond. Like nobody's giving us something like this. So she took our card. She's gonna look us up and everything. I told her, I was like, I think this one has a chip in it, but I'm not sure because I just pulled, I just had one on me. If it doesn't have a chip, email us at iamGEEKshop@gmail.com. And I'll send you one that does have a chip in it if it doesn't. But so we'll see. But it was great. That was probably the highlight of my trip, just seeing the kids dressed up and having fun because they were having a blast. Grant went on Rise of Resistance with it on, and the people on there gave him a hard time. Like, "Oh, you're one of those smugglers. What are you smuggling?" Like, "Get him in the jail cell." And so the next time we went on the ride, he took the vest like another day, not the same day. He said, "I can't wear that vest in there because then they'll know I work for Hondo." It was far easier to get a Rise of Resistance time this time.
That's cool.
I just woke up and got it. It was nothing. No big deal. I used a world clock though.
I did.
That helped out.
I did hear that you had to get something, another thing.
Who did you hear this?
Another one that
we're not talking about that.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry.
So you had to get another snow cone?
Yeah, snow cone.
Yeah, another snow
Dole
cone.
Whip. We did got another Dole
A
Whip.
Dole Whip, yeah.
Another Dole Whip. Okay, all right.
Okay. They don't have snow cones.
Yeah, they do have snow cones actually in the Japanese pavilion that I didn't know they had. If you go to the back of the store, they make snow cones. I did not know that, but they do.
You know.
What were we talking about? Oh, so now you got me all trying to. What was I talking about?
Rise of Resistance.
Yeah, had a good time.
Yeah.
Had a good
Oh, our
time.
mom went on
Didn't
Rise of
have to wait
Resistance.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
What'd
She's been to Galaxy's Edge before I have.
I know. It was fun to see her. She goes, I just love being here in your place. And she'd be like, we'd talk to people, and she'd be like, my son makes kyber crystals.
That's kind of the way my mom is.
Actually, she didn't say.
My son's on a podcast.
Yeah, she didn't say kyber crystals. She goes, my son makes crystals, and it's just like
Crystals.
kyber crystals.
Crystals. Kyber crystals.
Very new age.
But she seemed to really enjoy. She did not like Slinky Dog. We took her on.
I did hear that.
We took her on Slinky Dog. She goes, I'm not riding that again. So that was she had a good time.
She didn't necessarily care for that. Didn't necessarily care for the glide, the hang glider one. What's it called? Soarin'.
She went on that before. I met up with them. So Sammy took her on that.
Yeah, she didn't really like it before when she wrote it before, but then like she was told that it was very different than the last time she wrote it, and after she got off, she was like, "It's not that different."
I took the kids on it for their first time, and they both liked it. Except they go, we loved it, except for the eagle that flies in your face. That scared us. I'm like, that one does sort of just come out of nowhere. And they're like, and the fireworks were loud, but they liked it.
And the Eiffel Tower is crooked.
Yeah, that's true. So, and we, went on. So that's an Epcot. I guess we can move on to Epcot. We went at we ate at Mama Melrose with her family. And I'm telling you, that's like the best kept secret that's the best place to eat in Hollywood Studios. It was so good. I highly recommend that place. And there's a secret Star Wars poster hidden in that restaurant somewhere.
Oh,
an Italian Star Wars poster. Italian. Yeah. But so we had fun at Hollywood Studios. Epcot, we went. The kids like to do all the like Figment and everything, so we had fun on that. The land, they have guards up now at the land, like armed guards, so nobody steals the cucumbers. Not really.
Try though, it.
I did not see any cucumbers on that ride. So I wonder if they took the cucumbers. I think they took them all out. I didn't see them.
People want these cucumbers, man. You got.
I looked for them. I'm like, where's the cucumbers? And I didn't see any cucumbers. But again, it was low crowds, walk on everything. The only thing we didn't ride was Test Track because the kids didn't want to ride it, and we didn't ride Spaceship Earth because every time we went by to ride it, it was down. Like every time we walked by it, it was closed, which stunk. But it's amazing there now. You can't just like walk to the front of the park. You got to walk through a whole maze to get to the front of the park. So we didn't go up there that much. But every time we walk by it, the new fountain looks good. I was there the day that Creation Shop and the new Club Cool opened. And again, don't want to be Debbie Downer, but it was not worth the wait in line. That was a long line. I waited in the line after I saw the SpaceX shuttle take off, which was so cool to see.
SpaceX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so cool to see. I was just walking. I didn't remember that it was happening. And I saw this big fireball in the sky, and I was like, oh no, what's happening?
End of the world.
We're all about to die. And then I heard somebody say, oh, SpaceX. I'm like, oh, yeah. So it looked like a big fireball, and then it just sort of like split off. And then it had this big like sonic boom looking thing. It was so cool. It was over Test Track that I was seeing it. So it was a really cool place to see it. And
that's cool.
Got some pictures of it.
Yeah, my wife is very jealous of you.
Yeah.
See it in person.
Well, first I thought it was the end of the world, so may have peed my pants a little bit, but what better place for the end of the world?
Everyday event.
Disney World. But it was the first it's not unmanned. Wow. Civilian rocket.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how the civilians flew that rocket, but they did.
I mean, it's like driving a car.
Yep. Just like driving my car.
Just like driving a Tesla.
They're really watching Netflix.
There was somebody on that shuttle that works at St. Jude, which is big children's hospital here in Memphis, and she was also a patient at St. Jude. So she was a patient, and then she worked there. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That's cool.
But Club Cool, let me tell you,
not so cool.
No, first the Coca-Cola place in Epcot long ago was like you were walking through some kind of ice base.
Yeah.
Like it had real snow.
Nice and cool.
It was cold. Not had real snow, ice everywhere. It was very neat, cool. Then they changed it, and it was like, okay, it's like a party zone now. Had these tables, music playing, little dance floor looking thing. Yeah, boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants. So that was cool. Club, cool. Now it's very small. Looks like a Coca-Cola store. That's it. And they're one of the walls, like in Club Cool before, they had those stations all over the place, Catron.
Yeah. No, yeah.
This one is just like on one side of the wall, which the building is not very big at all.
Weird.
It's just a line of like you were at a fast food place.
It's a store now. I mean, that was the whole idea of Club Cool before, was like this cool place to walk through to get in the air conditioning and to get a sample of some Cokes and some drinks. And then, I don't really even remember like being able to buy any of those things, but maybe there was.
There's like a little place you could buy,
Yeah, but what you remember is going in through there and trying these drinks and then walking right on through and you're done. But now it's like you got all these things like, oh, buy this, buy it, and
and it's really small, so it doesn't hold that many people, so you have to wait in line.
Right. Yeah. And there was, I remember waiting in line to get our turn to go, but it wasn't, anything unreasonable before. But it will be popular for a little while, right? But it'll get back to where it was because it's the store that,
the tiny store,
Coca-Cola store before, and so.
And the drinks that they offer, they do have Beverly. I didn't drink any of this stuff because once you left the first line to get in the store, then you had to wait in another line to get the sample drinks. Yeah. So I walked in and said, I don't want to do this. I'm going to go watch the fireworks. And they had Sprite as one of the things to taste. Like just regular old Sprite.
Test it. Come on.
Everybody's got to test that. Nobody's had that before.
Maybe some international people have it or something.
It helps with an upset stomach after you drink all the other ones.
Oh,
And they had Beverly, and then the other ones I didn't recognize. I don't think any of the other ones. Like it didn't seem like they were the same ones from before. There could have been a couple, but it felt like
Joan or
it felt like they didn't know what else to put in, so they put Sprite. Let's throw Sprite in there.
Kids love it.
Yeah.
It's a good
non-caffeinated,
but it's lots of sugar.
Yeah. So I was very disappointed. Like I wish I hadn't waited in that line. It was just like, especially having to wait in that line, and then if you want to try the drinks, wait in another line. I was just like, man. And they put a mirror on the back of the shop to make it look like it's way bigger than it is. It's not. It's very small. It's like it's like a corner cut out of the Creation shop.
Illusion.
Yeah. So that was Epcot. We I had a bunch of good stuff like traveling around the world, the Food and Wine Festival. Yeah, had the cheddar cheese soup from Canada with the steak, little bite of steak that was good. Had a pork slider from Hawaii that was very good.
Oh,
had a chocolate pudding type thing, cake from Ireland, a little Irish cream on it.
Jello pop.
That's sort of like a warm one.
A little haggis in there too.
That was good. Yeah, that was good. Had a banana bread covered in berries. That was good. The kids had this pink sparkle strawberry ice cream that they seemed to enjoy.
From France?
No, it was just weird.
Seems like a French thing.
Yeah. What else did we have? I went back to France to see if I could see Ratatouille, just to see it. They wouldn't let us back there. They said it's for DVC members and annual pass holders only. And I said, oh, I'm both. Did you get an email? No, I didn't get an email. Sorry, you can't come in.
Yeah.
But did they say it like, oh, you'll
no, they said it sort of rude. They said you'll have to call a special number to see if you're allowed in. And I'm like,
France,
whatever. Didn't really want to ride the ride anyways.
Man.
Like, I mean, if they're gonna act like that, I don't want to ride the ride. Like, she didn't have to be rude. She was pretty rude.
Yeah.
It was again France.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's in character. No offense.
No offense to all our French listeners.
Yeah.
I am sorry.
Oui.
I am sorry.
Oh.
But and the golden statues have popped up everywhere, the 50th statues, and they're actually really cool. I really enjoyed finding those. The kids went on a scavenger hunt for them pretty much. Like they got so excited every time they saw one, which is pretty cool. I think the best one is probably the Stitch one because he's like high up on this purple wall, like he's climbing the wall. So that was pretty cool. And then Abu in Adventureland, he's like hidden. He's like hanging from the Adventureland sign. So that one's cool. But yeah, all the signs or all the statues, well done. Pretty cool. The Mickey and Minnie ones has this big plaque on it dedicating it to all the cast members, which is pretty cool. We watched one of the final things of what's the fireworks show? It's not Wishes anymore. Happily Ever After.
Happily Ever After.
Yeah, we watched one of those before it went away. That's when the park felt really crowded because everybody was crammed in there. But it was a good trip. I didn't get much this trip because we didn't really have money to get much. But I got the 50th soap.
Yeah.
That comes out in the shape of Mickey Mouse.
Oh, it does?
No, it doesn't. I'm so disappointed. The bottle looks really cool. It's got all the characters on it. It's got the big 50. It's got where it comes out, it's got the Mickey head. And you're like, this is going to be so fun. The kids are going to love it. And then you squirt it out. I'd squirt it out right now, but then I have to go wash my hands. So I don't have any place to wipe the soap. It's just a blob that comes out. There's no Mickey head. It just, I'd send a picture. You saw the picture, right?
Yes.
That's what it looked like. Mm-hmm. It does not look like a Mickey head.
I've heard people say that it worked for them.
Like the new one?
Not the new wrong. So it was the ones previous to the 50th. So I mean, it could be that these you got like a bad one, or these all are bad. But they even said that you could use your own soap in it, like it would still work with that.
Yeah, so there's the picture.
Just squint a little bit.
If you squint,
and then turn your head.
It may be Mickey pooping or something.
Turn your head. And then kind of move around a bit.
Here, do you want me to try it right now on screen? Okay. Watch it work this time. I can try it.
Yeah.
All right.
All on how you do it.
Well, you can't see if I don't know here.
Just press and release.
I can't zoom in on you. Sorry.
Well, I don't want it. I'm afraid to do it over my computer.
Oh gosh.
All right, I'll try it. I may have to go wipe my hand off.
Oh gosh.
All right, here we go. What was that? A cat?
Yeah, a cat.
All right, I don't know if I can do it just holding it like this.
You could try a piece of paper too. It doesn't have to be on a hand.
Oh, that's true.
It only works on hands.
Anything else?
Let me find a piece of paper.
We do not guarantee success with pieces of paper or iPads.
In your mouth, not your hand.
Please don't put it in your mouth either. Unless you're punishing someone that has foul language.
Potty mouth.
It was soap poisoning.
Here's a piece of metal. How about that?
Pizza metal.
Pizza metal. All right, let's see if I can.
It's a piece of metal.
Oh, I gotta take the clip. I gotta take the clip off. Hold on.
So for the listeners, this is a soap bottle with a Mickey shaped head on the top.
Soap bottle test.
And it should.
The
shape of a Mickey, a foam Mickey.
Watch this. I'll do this. Ready?
Here we go.
And does it work?
So excited.
I mean, you got to give it you kind of went slow.
Yeah, you went slow and you're like really above it.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do? How do you use soap?
You go.
Well, I'm not doing it on my computer. I'll do that down here.
Yeah.
You want me to do it fast? All right, I'll do it.
Just give it a good whack.
I'll give it a good whack.
And then get your hand really close and like don't let it like really like.
I read.
drop.
Here's a good
Don't
whack.
let it go far. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like usually you put your hand right underneath it and go.
That one worked a little better. It's like a devil
see.
horn, Mickey.
Mm.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's better.
That one worked a little better. This
So
one,
get really close to it.
this one looks horrible.
Yeah, you're like it.
This
I
one,
think it's got those
better,
side things. It's got those little side
Yeah.
things.
I'll do it
That's
one more
if you
time.
Go
You
up
put your
against
hand-
those. Yeah.
It smells
those.
really good.
Yeah.
This is a great angle, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
I like that microphone.
Yeah. And beyond.
All right, that was like I did that just like you said to do it, and now he has a nose.
There you go.
Now he has a nose.
Well, it's 3D now.
I still think you're probably going.
No, I did it really
slow.
fast that time.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
It's not like the pictures you see.
Again, loving this angle.
Let's put it this way: the
I'm gonna-
pictures you see, it looks like 3 perfect circles in the shape of Mickey's head.
I'm gonna order one. I gotta.
You're gonna order one?
Ordering one right now.
Don't crash the system.
Oh, they don't have. You can buy the shower soap, bath soap.
I mean,
Um,
that did better than the. I mean, it's still not great, but it did better than it did before.
Oh, don't be sad. We can't find it. Oh.
I mean, I'm still glad I got it. It's cool. I like that it has all the little characters on it. It's even got Figment on it. They're all in their 50 best.
Well, that's what it is. I mean, each time you press that, you're getting a different character, so it's shaped differently. I
There
mean,
we go.
that's what's
Maybe-
going on.
Maybe so.
That
That's-
last one was goofy
That's
because
it.
it's a very elongated nose. You got goofy.
Got goofy.
Yeah. Okay. So I just watched a video, and the girl has it, or person has it right up against it, like as close as you can, and she presses down on the side, not on the face, of course. And on the top part where you would think you would press.
Yeah.
Push down and keep it level with the little guides.
But what? Who does that when you get soap? Who puts your hand all the way up
You
against
do when
it?
you do when you have one that
When
pushes
you
out
want-
Mickey shape.
Yeah, when you want a perfect Mickey head, that's what you do.
Well, I know my
What you do.
kids aren't going to do that. They're going to run in there and rough it up.
Fun.
All right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to push it all the way.
Them use it.
I'm going to push it all the
This is
way.
your
This
soap.
is my Mickey soap, kids. You get the regular soap that mom makes.
I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
Mom.
That oatmeal and
No, my wife, she makes our soap. And I'm like, what the heck? Let's just go to the store and buy soap. Like, she'll probably be like, we can't use this on our hands. It's not organic.
how do you?
Yeah, how do you know?
You know.
It's made out of real Mickey Mouse.
What's more organic than foam?
All right, so you're telling me to push this all the way up against it. Like this?
Yeah.
And then hit it hard?
No, you don't have to hit it. She pushed it. So just kind of
Just
push it down,
push
but
it at a
make
nice,
sure it stays up
even
against it. Yeah.
Pace.
All right.
Even pace. Don't go like. You
Oh,
gotta-
there we go. So you literally have to put your hand up in the soap to make it work. All right.
I mean,
There.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that.
See?
Perfect.
ha ha. ha.
I didn't know
There you
that
go.
you had
You're
to.
dripping. You're dripping.
Oh, no. Oh,
Dripping.
shoot. It's on the mic. Oh, crap. I need something.
That made it all worth it.
Hold on. Talk amongst
Hey.
yourselves.
I'm glad it worked.
Like, see, yeah, he just had to do it correctly. He was just doing it wrong.
He was doing it
So-
wrong. That's funny. So the image that you shared on as a comment on that post was perfect. So,
Yes, from Golden
so
Girls.
Sammy commented on Facebook. She said, "You must be doing something wrong. Mine made a Mickey head." So she's not watching now. It doesn't look like, but she made sure she commented.
Nice.
That's awesome. Well, that's great.
Mhm.
I really want to order one. Well, now I don't want to order one now as much because I wanted to prove him wrong. But now I don't. They're $15, like for just the regular ones. I thought they were
wow.
only 10.
I got the discount, though. So that's why I got
Oh,
one.
sure.
Uh,
Sold out.
How did your mic break? I spilled Mickey soap all over it. Well, now that I know that you have to basically molest the thing to get it to be the perfect shape,
No.
you got to put your hand all the way up in it.
No.
That's what I had to
You don't
do.
have to do it every
it's
time.
giving you permission.
That's right.
I guess see, there was no instructions what to do. It just said, take the little clip off and press down.
My soap bottle didn't come with
Well,
instructions.
it should have came with instructions saying you have to be touching these two things to make it form the Mickey. Because that's what I had to do. I had to touch this.
Obvious.
Well, no. I thought this was like just
Well, it's got prongs on it, I would think.
Usually when my hands are dirty, I don't go touching the soap dispenser. I just squirt the soap
But you usually
out.
don't have a Mickey shape. I mean,
That's true.
This is very novelty.
It's very novel.
It is. It does.
This isn't
it
like
does,
I really need to clean up after I've been working
I don't
out.
think. Well, I wouldn't use that soap to wash my hands normally. It's only like on occasion. It's like I think I want to make a Mickey blob on my hand.
It smells very
You'll
nice.
Have a happy day.
I don't know what kind of soap they use in it, but it's got a nice aroma.
Yeah, it's probably some of that H2O stuff they use. Or
Oh,
whatever, I guess,
maybe.
the
water.
My
rooms.
wife loves that
So-
stuff.
Water.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's their soap.
It's just water.
Water.
it's some of that H2O, whatever that means.
It comes in this box.
Comes in a box. Is there
Yeah.
instructions on the box?
I bet there is. Make
it
sure you
says-
put your hand
Instructions
directly
on.
underneath the head.
No, there's instructions.
There's instructions. It's so there.
They're a little tiny print.
Yeah.
It says Plaza la pomme de Mickey.
Oh,
Voice-
what's your language?
That's the French. I'm sure there's English on there.
Be our guest.
Avoid contact with
French, I know.
eyes. If eye contact occurs, rinse thoroughly with soap. What? No, with water.
Wash, rinse, and repeat.
If rash or irritation occurs, discontinue use. For external use only. It does say place the palm in very small letters, which it's hard to read. Place the palm of your hand under the
Apparently.
Mickey icon, resting against the two outer guides. I don't want to rest against the two. I want to clean my hands. And it says
You
press.
will clean your
It says
hand.
press down. It says press down slowly. It says press
what
down
the soap is
slowly,
for.
not fast.
Okay. Well, right. You're right. The fast was wrong.
A nice even pace, but
But
you
even push.
needed to have your hand against it, which
I
is
didn't-
apparently unsanitary. Even though you're going to actually wash your hands,
But it leaves germs on the soap.
when you have the soap.
Not meant.
There's going to be germs on any soap.
I
thing.
didn't know you had to. I thought you just held your hand under it and you
Here's-
squirted it and it came out like that.
This here's the pro tip.
This is the
Once you
last
clean it out,
episode.
clean it out good. Make your pancake batter and put it in there, and then you
Put
can
it
have
up against
tiny
it.
little Mickey plate. There, Mickey
Adorable.
pancakes.
Be sure that you put the
The plate right up against.
Gotta put the plate
But,
right
like,
up against it.
but be careful
pan,
because
yeah.
plastic will melt.
The melt. Yeah, that's true. You do have to put it in a pan, don't you? You don't have to- yeah. Maybe not do that, I guess. Oh well.
That was fun. Hope you guys in the comments had fun. Or if you're still watching, I don't know.
I mean, I think we had a bunch of unsubscribed subscribers.
This guy doesn't know how to use soap.
I thought this was going to be a video about using soap. But I don't even know how to do it.
I don't know. What are you gonna do? I don't know how to use soap. I never use it. Clean myself with the corn cob.
You got the organic stuff that
Yes.
like twigs that you rub together in your hand.
Uh-huh. Pretty much.
Huh.
All right. Well, here we go. That was my Disney trip. We had fun. Trying to think if anything else happened. Nothing of note, I don't guess.
Mhm.
Went to Cast Connections. That was always fun. Cheap stuff.
Nice.
Got a couple cheap things. Got a we spoke about this on the Halloween 5 things to do during the fall or whatever.
Mhm.
At Halloween. Katrin and I did. The popcorn bucket things. At Cast Connections, they had the Haunted Mansion Hitchhiker Ghost popcorn bucket for like
Oh, cool.
$3 or something. So I got it.
Nice.
Well, good.
$3.
Hold your popcorn in there.
I won't. But...
You can dispense soap into it.
Oh. Or
Well,
I could store the extra pancake batter in the Haunted Mansion thing. Perfect.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect. But yeah, so we had a fun time. The kids, usually by the end of our trips, the kids are like, "Oh, we're ready to go home," and they're like, "Can we stay 8 more days?" And I said, "I don't have money to stay 8 more days."
8, just off the top of their head, 8.
Yeah, that's what they picked. 8.
As high as they can count.
Okay, if we can go 8, 8 more days would do it for us.
This many.
Yeah. The best was like, we should move here, and I'm like, what do we do with our house in Texas? Oh, Grand can live there.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
All works out. But yeah, so everything at Disney was expensive. I felt like everything was more. That was fun. Crowds were light though, so that was good. The same thing that happened to me on the last trip, where we went, and then the day that I got back, everything dropped at Galaxy's Edge. Happened again.
Oh, good.
The whole time there was like, I just wanted to see the new lightsabers because I hadn't seen them. They did have the dark saber, and I asked if I could hold it, and they told me no. Like, we're sorry, we don't have one for you to hold. I'm like, what about that one in the case? It's just sitting there. Sorry, you can't hold that one. I'm like, fine.
Okay.
But I wanted to see the Rey and the other ones, and weren't there the whole time. The day we were leaving, I saw on Facebook, oh, they just got restocked. And I'm like, I wasn't going to buy any of them. I just wanted to see them. But they were not there. So. Oh, yeah. Anyways. So that's a trip in a nutshell. To me in a nutshell.
Oh, nice.
We had fun. Oh, I did. I haven't seen the new Marvel movie yet, 10 Rings. But they had red carpet set up at Disney Springs for it, which is pretty cool at the movie theater. It was red carpet went down. They had the banners of all the characters. I was like, oh, that was really cool. Oh, and we did try the new donut place at Disney Springs. It was good. Very rich.
Okay.
It had candy piled on top of it.
Nice. Did you get the big chocolate, the big cookies?
No.
Oh.
Because the line still around the block pretty much.
Gosh.
I was like, I already had them. I'm not going to wait in that line again. We had a roll of sandwich. So.
A roll of sandwich.
It was good too. It was good. We had a good trip though. My wife has another conference in November, so I'm going with her. The kids aren't. But I may be going to a conference down there too the same week. So we'll see.
My boss was supposed to go to a conference in October, and it's at the Swan and Dolphin, and it got canceled. It's virtual, so it's kind of surprising that these other conferences are going through. But I don't know.
Hopefully, the one the one my wife's going to is at the Swan and Dolphin, and we're supposed to stay there. So I'm really excited. So hopefully it doesn't get canceled.
Yeah. But, I mean, it depends on the conference. It's nothing Disney's doing, of course, but whatever.
I was kidding. I'll tell you guys that later about conferences.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to offend anybody. It was just a funny thought that I had about the conferences that were there that were going on. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, so it was a good trip. I wish that they had kept some of the precautions for a little longer.
Not gonna happen.
I mean, I think they could have kept the spacing out, maybe. Of the lines. It's still getting the same number of people in. It's just spaced out.
But think about it when it is packed, though, and they can't and like it's full capacity here in a couple weeks when everybody's there for the 50th, and if they were to space everybody out, like when we were trying to get on Mine Train a long time ago, and the line was all the way back, wrapped around outside, really, really far away.
Yeah.
Like, and it wasn't full then, right? So there's just no way they can do it and keep the peace and all that. So I get it, but it does stink. But it's it is what it is, I guess.
Oh,
this is the world.
If you listen to our episode about Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, this is the last thing, and we'll go. Where we had one of the creators, Imagineers, if you will, on. What was his name? I totally forget.
Ryan.
His name was Ryan.
Yeah, that's why I forget.
Was your name?
Yeah. And he said that there was a character that's in every scene.
Mm-hmm.
I think I figured it out.
Mickey.
Yes.
No, he said it wasn't one of the main. I think it's a crab. Because there's this crab, this little crab that will pop up in scenes and he'll wave at you. And then he'll quickly run away. And I saw him in every scene but maybe one or two. Because he said you have to be in the front and the back and everything. Because we wrote it a few times. And I saw him like in almost every scene. And he would pop up. So I think I figured it out. It's this little crab. And he was pretty funny. He just pops up and waves at you and sort of smiles in a crab-like way and then scurries off.
Well, good.
So maybe mystery solved?
Maybe so.
Maybe not.
I recommend going back and listening to that episode. It was a really good episode. He had a lot of fun stories and stuff. Mm-hmm. So Ryan Donahue, Mickey. I think it says Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway on it.
Of course it does.
Yeah. Go back and give that one a listen.
Yeah.
That when people asked about the podcast at Disney, like cast members, I'm like, oh, we had so and so on from, Ryan Donahue on from Mickey and Minnie. I was like, oh, you must be big time. I'm like, well, I mean, sort of. And then I would laugh.
And then cry a little bit.
Yeah. I did have one guy yell at me from across Hollywood Studios. I had an I'm Geek shirt on, and he goes, "We're all geeks, buddy."
Man.
There you go.
I was like, yeah. I'm not the only one. I thought I was the only one because it said on my shirt that I am geek. I thought it was just me.
Mm-hmm.
But we're all geeks. And that's the lesson for tonight. We're all geeks. Because this is a show for the geek in all of us.
It is.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
So I wish you guys had been on the trip with me. We would have had a blast. I would have made you vests, and you could have gone on Smuggler's Run.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go, Chris,
Mm-hmm.
I'll make you a vest, and you can wear it.
Make me a vest and wear it.
Maybe a child-size vest. That's the only one I could find in that color.
Oh, it'll be small.
It'll be small.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay.
And they'll be like, oh,
Makes it even better.
Cute. An adult in a child's vest.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's creepy.
It shouldn't be a problem at all.
No, not at all. I'm sure there's some stuff that I missed to talk about, but that's all I can think about right now.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways. All right. Until next time, this has been I Am Geek, episode 209. Next week, we'll be back. Maybe. Will you guys be around?
Yeah.